What's going on? It's your boy Sermon at Sermon's Domain on Twitter. 2 Chainz' Pretty Girls Like Trap Music is his 4th album, following Based on a True Story 1 and 2, as well as Collygrove, which is billed as a 2 Chainz album, but you can say that it is a collaborative effort with Lil Wayne. But through the actual system, it looks like a 2 Chainz album. So shout out to the loopholes that got Wayne on almost every song there. Not to mention that 2 Chainz has a ton of mixtapes and so many guest features over the years. With the discography so nice, Pretty Girls was off to a rough start. I felt like none of the singles were grabbing me. I listened to It's a Vibe and I just wasn't feeling it. Then after the track listing surfaced, there were some old songs on it from mixtapes in 2016. So I was just like, why are these on here? It just doesn't make any sense. The question now is, can 2 Chainz redeem himself? By the end of this review, I hope to have answered that question thoroughly for everyone watching. Let's get into my favorite song. I feel like every review I've done in the past few months has included the intro track. And that's a good sign. You want to start strong. And that's exactly how 2 Chainz does with Saturday Night. You have this stunning combination of Mike Will Made It and Ducko McFly, who is finally getting some credit. This is his first major placement, and I am so happy for that guy. I've watched him crush it, work with a ton of different Atlanta artists over the years, and so for him to finally get a big placement like this is a great sign, is a great thing to see. So these two produced the hell out of this record. I'm talking, this sounds like something straight out of an 80s movie scene. How can you hate that electric guitar in the beat? How do you not go crazy listening to that? And with a beat so dope, 2 Chainz equally comes through with the fire. 2 Chainz goes off on the verses. And for me, the hook feels like a cool down. It's a bit monotonous, but it works. My other favorite record is Sleep When You Die. Now, instead of talking about it like I usually do, I'm going to give you 4 bullet points for why this song is one of my favorites. The first being the OJ the Juice Man ad-libs sample in the beat. So at the very beginning you got OJ doing his ad-libs, and I want to say it's from like an old like street DVD. You know, when they had like Smack and, you know, the Come Up, like those DVDs were heavy in the game, and they had segments where they would be in the studio with these rappers, and they would be doing like their ad-libs. I know Waka has one because I've seen it, and then I'm pretty sure this OJ one is from like something like that. So I thought that was cool to have. I always like when rappers use other people's ad-libs on a song. I always just think that's like a creative approach. It's cool, it's something different than your own ad-libs, and it can really add to a song. In this case, it does. The second reason is for the line, I got a bank account, got another bank account, got another bank account to be continued. His money is long. 2 Chainz is top notch at bragging. And so while the line is not particularly like, it's not going to win any awards, it's not going to be lyric of the year, it's still a good line for what 2 Chainz is all about, and that's bragging and boasting. The third reason is because 2 Chainz believes that Ric Flair wore a jacket. I found that comical. He says, jacket like Ric Flair, watch like Ric Flair. Yeah, Ric Flair wore a watch, always flashing it, talking about it in his promos. But he was really just like a suit man. Like when he's doing the promos, he wore a suit. When he came to the ring, he wore a robe. He was never really a jacket person. If I was in the studio with 2 Chainz, I would have been like, you want to say like robe like Flair, suit like Flair? You know, kind of change that up, because he didn't really wear a jacket. But it's not something that really, ruins the song. It's something that I found funny. My one honorable mention for this album is Poor Fool featuring Sway Lee. Now, anytime that you have a Sway Lee hook, it's pretty much an easy way to print money. This hook is good. I feel like them as a duo, they have chemistry together. And so Poor Fool is the runner-up, honorable mention. My least favorite moments of 2 Chainz albums doesn't really boil down to specific songs, but little pieces here and there. So getting this out of the way, the old songs. Now, do I hate the old songs? Do I hate Good Drank or Big Amount? No, I don't hate them, but I also feel like they just don't need to be on the album. There's just no reason for it. They're more like deluxe edition bonus songs. But to be included on the actual album, I just felt like it was a waste. And that's me talking as a greedy music fan. As a greedy music fan, I always want more and more, and I know 2 Chainz can deliver it, so that's where my disdain for not having new songs on here when, you know, you could have just tossed the old ones out of the way. That's just where that comes from. My other least favorite part of the album comes from 2 different songs, and it's mainly because of the hooks. The hooks of Rolls Royce Bitch and Trap Check. I just felt like they were just repetitive / generic, and I'm not gonna dock the entire song because 2 Chainz is definitely spitting on these songs. The verses are good, but the hooks just don't really do it for me. On Rolls Royce Bitch, you have a part where in the beginning it's like a little, I don't know what you would call it. It's like just the intro, and he's talking about who gonna believe in yourself. And I think that would have been a better hook. At least it's more motivating. What Pretty Girls Like Trap Music offers is another glimpse into 2 Chainz skills. He is one of the most creative lyricists in the game today. Yes, I said the word lyricist. That is exactly what 2 Chainz does. He's clever, he's witty, his timing is just on point, and he says a lot on this album. Now, would I go as far to say that Pretty Girls is his best album yet? I don't think so. I think Based on a True Story 2 is my personal favorite. Production-wise, you can definitely make the argument that Pretty Girls is his best when it comes to the beats. These beats are crazy. More often than not, 2 Chainz is delivered these beats on a silver platter, but sometimes he doesn't eat them up like a wolf on a dead carcass. There are some hot verses / punchlines that are hiding in plain sight behind a stale concept, like It's a Vibe. That is probably my least favorite on the entire album. I can get why it's there, and it might sound a little bit better within context of the album, but I still feel like it's just one of those trendy songs to have on an album. Overall, I don't feel like 2 Chainz fans are going to be disappointed when they listen to Pretty Girls Like Trap Music. So those are my thoughts on 2 Chainz Pretty Girls Like Trap Music. Once you listen to the album, let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. What was your favorites? What was your least favorites? What guest feature blew you away? Talk to me in the comment section, then like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, share the video, follow me on Twitter @SermonsDomain, and as always, thank you for your time. I appreciate you for watching, and until next time, peace.